There's risky.
I have the only true pullout game there is.
And then there's this. People saying XRP's gonna fall through a $3 floor? Come on now. David Schwartz trolling the SEC. ETH breaking 4,500 along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
See, that was Maury technically saying naughty things in the beginning. Look at Ada in Soul and Dot deep up in the green up on the screen. Now, before we get into the crypto news, like David trolling the SEC, you know the deal, Lemon Peel, your comments come first. Because even on a rainy Tuesday like today, I got my run-in between rain clouds. You, the viewer, matter most. For the lull says, anyone that purchased the Circle in its initial rollout has to hold it for 90 days. Well, you don't have to, but then they kind of do the old, well, then we're not going to let you participate in the next IPO. Yeah, a lot of people do sell out early. It wouldn't surprise me if an F ton of them decide to cash out and take profits at that 90-day mark. A lot of people probably burned it early, and a lot of people are going to sell it at the 90-day, and a lot of people are probably going to hold it for a long time. They're in the green, boys and girls. Handle my thing at the 1354 mark of the last video says, when will Congress and crypto love us long time? It all depends on the money because sometimes it's too beaucoup. Name the movie, guys and gals. John D, he said it twice, so I'll say it twice. His retail was hoping for price to climb. I had a poll, and I'll have it linked down below, that says, were you expecting more price action from the conclusion? This is where John D posted. 58% of you said yes, price should have been higher with the conclusion of the case. John D continues and says price was hoping for retail to climb. I think the ETFs were put on hold until the legal action was fully concluded, but those won't get approved till the very second the legal action ends. Fourth quarter of this year, by the way. I think November, I know for HBAR is the drop dead date. Price action is coming, but we need the ETFs to go live and the regs to happen. Regs should hopefully happen, everyone, in September. As for BlackRock, not holding my breath on that one. Thanks, everyone, for the share. What do we got going on? BTC making a move. ETH making a move. ETH touched 4,500. Bitcoin sitting at 119. ETH at 4,485. Like I said, ADA sold. Dot deep in the green. XRP at 324. That's solid right there, everyone. We'll talk more XRP price near the end. ETH shorts get wrecked as ETH tops 4,500. For the first time since 2021, golf clap for ETH because that's been a laggard up on this screen. Well, it's not. Well, it's kind of on the screen right now. Either way, ETH making the move. We're gonna keep an eye on this one because BTC run, ETH run, alt run. I kind of like the sound of that. Kwon pleads guilty, but wait, didn't he just plead not guilty? Yeah, he pled guilty now, and he pled guilty to fraud. Now, before people out there do the whole knob gobbling, wang gargling, and all that kind of crap, bro, Kwon built crypto. Kwon led to like almost all of crypto collapsing when his whole Luna thing went. You know, the algorithmic stablecoin, and it's fraud. Taco Bell. Fraud is bad. Fraud is like a code of ethics. Don't screw people over. Even like criminals have a code of ethics of like not screwing people over. At least decent criminals do. And fraud is one of them. That's on the no-no list of being a criminal. South Korean crypto person Kwon pleaded guilty to fraud charges in front of a New York judge on Tuesday. That's today. It's breaking news, so you better hit that subscribe button or I'll put Maxine Waters up on the screen. Following his firm's multi-billion-dollar bankruptcy, Kwon, who founded Terraform and Nature 2 cryptocurrency central to bankruptcy, faced 9 counts in a superseding indictment filed by prosecutors in January 2025, which he initially pleaded not guilty. He's like, yo, I'm going to fight it. Now he's like, no, I'm just going to bend over and take this one. The fallen mogul changed his plea in a hearing before the Southern District New York Judge Paul Engelmeyer and will be sentenced on December 11th. What's so good about the United States? Delays, delays, delays. So, fourth quarter this year, HBAR ETF, rate cuts, regs, and Kwon sentencing. Ripple CTO trolls the SEC with the Monty Python joke. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of fun here because David had some fun, so I'm going to have some fun. The Ripple CTO mocks the SEC with the Monty Python joke. According to recent reports I'm going to share with you, David Schwartz has reacted to comments from SEC officials after the conclusion of the company's long-standing legal battle. Here's what happened. Hester Pierce wrote, last week, the SEC case against Ripple was finally laid to rest. A welcome development for many reasons, including that minds once occupied with litigation can now concentrate on creating a clear regulatory framework for crypto, blah, 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 blah. Schwartz posts this. I say, what a simply super day. Okay. Is that not weak sauce? Like, is that not seriously like I'm a pussy weak sauce? Oh, okay. See? Maury in the beginning, the language warning was after that. That language warning is for me, not for Maury. I posted a language warning and then I dropped some naughtiness. But wasn't this like a bit like way softer than PG-13? Now, what's more cringe? This PG-13 I'm a Debussy stuff or Michael Saylor? Stand with me on the barricade. What in the holy French Revolution hell is this cringy crap? What about this one from Michael Saylor? All Indiana Jones-esque with his Bitcoin belt. Now that's cringy as shit. I went looking for gold and found something better. What in the hell is going on right now? Sweet Mary, Mother of God, can someone help us? I don't know what is worse than what. This totally lame-ass crap right here or Michael Saylor? Pardo McRardo. Either way, I'm glad, David's poking a little fun at the SEC. It makes me feel better. It's over, by the way. Like, it's over. For people like, oh, bro, when are the Ripple going to pay the SEC fine? That fine was paid over a year ago. They put that money in escrow like a year ago. Volume for the crypto market, healthy. 200 billion right now, last 24 hours. Altcoins starting to roar, like I showed you at the beginning of the screen. Some things are starting to move. Sol's starting to move as well. 36 out of 100. We're going to be keeping an eye on that. XRP faces major risk of dropping below $3 as whale hints at a $50 million sell-off. What the fuck is a $50 million sell-off going to do to something that's at 8.4 billion in volume last 24 hours? Who the hell writes these articles and who the hell approves these title and taglines? Are you serious? What risk is there on a $50 million sell-off? I think these idiots just post this stuff because they're just stupid as shit. I'm just throwing this out. This is the dumbest fucking article I have seen as of yet. Why? $50 million is not going to do jack crap to something that chews through 8.4 billion in 24 hours. In fact, the price is up these last 7 days, up 9% to $3.23. Today specifically, we're up 1%, moving on pretty healthily. So yeah, there's risk, Maury style, which yeah, I don't recommend that. You are not the father. Well, you might be the father if you keep playing that risk game. And then there's major risk of dropping below $3. Maybe this gets filed under the Amatardo McRardo cabinet as well, along with the Michael Saylor crap. What do y'all think? So sometimes you just gotta call it what it is. And Saylor's cringe. Boobala is PG-13, but he at least has the right message. And that's your news roundup for this Tuesday. CPI was a snooze. XRP prices rebounding. ETH is no longer a laggard, but how long will that last? ETFs, fourth quarter. Regs, to beaucoup. But when the Senate comes back, which is the 2nd of September, I'll give you an update. Choo what? Well, you jabronis, if you're watching till now, you know what the deal is. Choo bitches. It's not just a warning, it's a way of life. Pinky up, my good friends.